everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to go from this hair to this. So we're in my bathroom again. I went and picked up my ring light, so hopefully the lighting is better. We don't have any of that grainy camera stuff going on. So I had one of my friends ask me how I curl my hair with my straightener, because anytime you guys see my hair like all done up in curls, like my recent 5-minute makeup look, which I will link down below, this is how I get that look. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. And the products that you'll need is a hairdryer, a 1-inch straightener. So mine is from Chi. I got this in 2008, maybe 2009. But I think it was 2008 and it's still going strong. So invest in a good straightener. And then I have a heat protectant. I have a volumizing mousse for my roots. And I also have a sea salt texturizing spray from Not Your Mother's. This is the Beach Babe. Just any type of sea salt, like beach wave thing is what I prefer. So this is just the one I picked up last. And that's what we're going to do today. So I like my hair to be wet, but not soaking. So I've been out of the shower for 45 minutes. My hair is really thick, so it takes a long time to dry. And also it's not raining here, but the humidity is 77%. So it's taking a second for my hair to dry, which is fine with me. The less that I have to blow dry my hair, the better, but you still need it to be wet so that way you can dry your hair into what you need. So first I use the Herbal Essences Body Envy Volumizing Mousse. This has the number 4 on it, so it's the max hold. I just have like that much, and I put this all in my roots, including the back of my head, because even though I can't see the back of my head, everyone else around me can see the back of my head, so make sure you just get that in all over. It's a lot of product at first, but this is like all the product goes in now and then you're done. The products are definitely really important when it comes to styling your hair. Heat protectant, like no explanation needed why that's important. The volumizing mousse, sometimes I'll do without, so I would say this texturizing spray is the most important part. Pretty much the more texture that your hair has and like the frizzier that it is, the better that you're going to get like a hold with your products. I'm very generous with this spray. So sometimes you guys do see my natural hair, like in my Urban Decay Brow Blade review, like the 2nd and 3rd day. I think the 3rd day too, I had just like my natural, pretty straight hair. The thing is, if your hair is straight, there's not going to be any volume to it, so that's what you're trying to get. You're trying to get volume. So when I blow dry my hair right now, it's like I'm trying to get it as frizzy as possible. And that is the most important thing. Like, the bigger your hair, the better, because also your hair falls throughout the day, especially if you have naturally straight hair. So you're trying to get like the most voluminous, frizzy hair possible, and then you're gonna add the curl, and that's how I get my curls. So I'm just going to blow dry my hair, and what I do, right now I have this cheap Revlon blow dryer. Normally I use a T3, but that is back in my own home. Right now I'm at my brother and sister-in-law's. Yeah. So anyway, I'm using this cheap $10 Revlon travel hair dryer that I keep here. It works, it's fine. I'm gonna explain this now because obviously you're not gonna be able to hear me when my blow dryer is on. But what I do is I normally like flip my head upside down because I want the hair to dry up, not down, so that way we're getting the volume. And I also like use my hand as a diffuser, and I scrunch my hair and I hold it and I blow dry it. So I do that around my whole head. Like I just go like this, and then I blow dry that. And you can even see like that texturizing spray, like my hair is getting wavier. And the point is to scrunch your hair as much as possible. And I like flip it around, go side to side, make sure my head's upside down. That way the roots are being blow dried up. I'm gonna do that, speed through it, and then we'll come back and use the straightener to actually curl our hair. Okay, I had to open up the door because I'm so freaking hot right now. I'm dying. Also, I realized that while I was blow drying my hair that I didn't say, I don't have anything on my face right now. The only thing I have on is my Anastasia Soft Brown Powder Duo on my eyebrows. Otherwise, I'm just letting my skincare sink in. So if I look like a little crazy, that's why. Anyway, so yeah, you can see how big my hair is. Look at this. I look like I'm from the 80s. So yeah, my hair is not 100% dry, but I'm way too hot right now and I like need a break for a second. So I'm just going to like continue to try to scrunch it, although we are looking pretty good. When you go in with the straightener, you need your hair to be 100% dry. It cannot be the littlest bit damp. So even if you like have to wait a second, like you're 100% dry, just trust me. So I'm gonna let my hair finish drying. I'm gonna drink the rest of my coffee. I'm gonna let my straightener heat up, and then we will come back and finish this whole thing up. We're back. Everything that I just said I would do, I did. How fun. You can see my hair is still large. It's only been like 10 minutes at the most. You can see we've got like a little bit of a wave going on, as much as I can get with my hair. And now we're gonna move in to straightening. Well, curling with our straightener. I do my hair in, I guess actually 4 sections, because when I wear my hair like this, I part it off to the side. I don't wear it in the middle. If I were wearing it in the middle, I would do 3 sections, but since I'm parting it off to the side, I'm doing 4, and I can show you what I mean by that all when we get there. But the first thing I do, I take my hair right below my ears, and I section this off. I have like a little banana clip here, and I'm just gonna pin that up. And then I part my hair right down the middle in the back. Messily, it's not perfect at all. And I always start on my left side because I do. I really, like I don't do this precisely at all. I literally just go by feeling. And I just take a chunk about this big. So it's really about how much hair I have here. Because my hair is so thick, I can't grab too much. Like this might be a smaller section, but my hair is too thick, I can't grab more, otherwise it's not going to work. So you can see the thickness here, pretty decent chunk. Did I say that? So I'm grabbing the piece closest to the middle on the left side, and that is always the first piece of hair that I grab. So we'll just do that again. Grab about that much. And this piece, I always curl away from me. The very first piece in the back, in the middle, is always curled away. So I'm just gonna take my straightener, and I start about that far down from my head. I don't start the whole way up at the root. And I just take it, I flip it once, and then I pull. I go kind of slow, and there is our first curl. The next piece, see, I always have this like chunk in the front, and then I flip that curl to the back. So the next piece is going to be right next to it. Again, not precise at all. And this one, I'm going to curl the other way. So this one, I'm going to curl towards my face. So I take it, I actually need to flip it. So I take it, I curl 1 rotation, and then I pull it out. And I go nice and slow, let it out. Wow, that was a tight one, look at that. I don't go the whole way to the ends either. So next section, this one is going to be away from our face because we're alternating. So away, towards, away, towards. I start about, what is that? It's maybe like 2 inches from the top of my head. And when I do the 1 rotation, you can see how I'm like holding my curling iron almost parallel to the ground, almost. I stop. Wow, look at that. See, this is what you get when your hair is completely dry. If my hair weren't completely dry, because I've done that when I'm impatient, and there's like no curl going on, this is why you need your hair to be perfectly dry. All right, now there's this section. This to me, I could either do as 1 whole piece or I could separate it. That way I get 1 more alternate curl. But I'm probably just going to do this whole chunk. Anything that is right here on the perimeter of my face, I curl away from my face. So it doesn't matter that I just did an away curl. I'm going to do an away curl again because this is right next to my face. So about 1.5 inches, 2 inches down, 1 rotation, keep it at, maybe this is like a 30-degree angle to the floor. I pull it, And then as soon as the hair starts to disappear into the straightener, that's when I let go. So you can see what we have going on here. And then I will kind of re-explain this again on this side. I'm going to grab a piece that is like closest to the middle. So here's that first chunk. This is going to be an away curl because it's in the middle. So about 1.5 inches, 2 inches down, curl it, pull it slowly, and then as soon as that last piece starts to disappear, that's when I let go, right there. Look at that curl. Next piece, this is going to be a towards the face curl because we're alternating. So flip my iron, and then I guess on this side, I don't know, I actually keep it vertical. I don't know why I do that, but here we are pulling, 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 it's disappearing, let go. See, and that curl, like it's not perfect, but it doesn't matter because we're going for like a messy, whatever type of curl. It's almost like when you get the curls to be too perfect, that's when you get a completely different look. So I want messy, imperfect curls. Next section is going to be away from the face. Pulling, pulling, nice and slow. Starts to disappear, drop it. And again, because, yeah, you like look at that difference. Look at that. All right, and again, because this is the one right next to my face, this is going to be an away curl as well. So just make sure you're getting one full rotation in. And as you can see on this side, I like pinch this hair as I'm pulling away. That way it doesn't like move down the straightener and then it doesn't get a curl. I'll show that again because I kind of forgot to explain that earlier. Okay, but what I do now, and I feel like this is such an important step. So what I do, and I just do around the top layer, I don't like do this the whole way, it's just by sectioning whatever sections I already have. I take my thumb and I run it and I just get that top layer of that section and I get a nice thin layer, just like that. And I take my straightener and I curl it like that to get a nice poof of volume. So I'm hoping that you're seeing this on camera because I can feel it with my fingers, that here we have like a little poof of volume and here it's flat and almost like goes with the curve of my head and there's like not as much volume over here. So I just go around and I just do a little curl all around the top layer of that section. And that is what is going to give us the biggest volume out of everything that we're doing. Like at the root, not throughout the hair. Okay, I'm going to take the next section. Obviously this is going to go like by how thick your hair is and everything too, but this is just how I section my hair. I do right at about my temples. And I pin all of this up. I used to in high school like actually have a second clip that I would clip all the curled parts and then like just have the straight parts out. But over time I've just gotten used to like feeling the straight versus the curly hair. I just kind of like grab that section. And even if you grab some curly parts, like that's fine. We're going to do the same thing and part right down the middle. And we're going to grab again that very back section towards the middle of our head. You want about that thickness, and we're going to curl away. So I realize now, like sometimes you don't realize what you're doing until you're about to explain it to someone. So this side works for me to do a full rotation and hold it at that angle that is more towards the floor or parallel to the floor. And that gets me a nice curl, look at that. Grab the next section, and this one we're curling towards the face. So the reason why I alternate curls is again with that imperfect curl, like that one, you see how much looser that is? That's okay. But anyway, with that imperfect curl, you get more volume and texture and body and like that tousled look, because when you do the curls all the same direction, I feel like no matter where I start and where like I end within the strand of hair, they all wind up like going into what I call a unicurl. And I hate that. I hate unicurls. They make me mad. So I alternate the curls and get like a lot going on. Next one is going to be towards. And there we go. And you can see too, like I'll hold this. This is what I was talking about earlier, because I don't want Well, now I'll explain on the next strand. Gosh, okay. Here, I'll do like a little baby one because I don't want this to like go and travel down the straightener and then lose it, because you see what happens then. So I will hold it to make sure that it's staying on the hot plates. There we go. And then we are ending on a curl away from our face. Sometimes I'll even like go and start the curl up closer to my head, and I'll do a tight curl and then I'll let it go just to get some more volume right up here, and I'll like leave the ends do whatever they want to do. I'm gonna speed through this part and then I will explain more when we get to the top of the head. Okay, now that we're done, I'm gonna do the same thing and just do like a little section with my thumb and do that little volume trick that I showed on the bottom section. Okay, now for the top. So if I were parting my hair in the middle, this is what I was talking about earlier, how I would just have 3 sections. Like this section would be my last one, I'd part it in the middle and go down. However, I'm parting my hair on the side. So I'm going to do where my part would be and let that down, and then I'm going to split this in half and then have like this little baby section up top, and I'm going to pin that down or clamp it down, whatever. I'm going to clamp this down, and this will be our 4th section. So again, I know this looks crazy right now. Parting in the middle, grabbing those straight pieces and starting at the back, in the middle, and then alternating, and I'll speed through this again. That one sucked. Sometimes you do have to go over it if it's too crappy. So this one, because it is the top layer of my sectioning, I am going to go right at the root here by the front of my face and get a little bit closer, clamp it, do 1 rotation, pull down just a little bit, and then let go. So you can see we have a curl closer to the top now. And I like to do it on the top section. I don't really worry about that with the rest of my hair. Just adds like a tighter curl right by the root. Okay, we are looking wild. Also, before I even let that top section down, like you can see how straight this is right here, and I don't like that. So I'm just gonna do like a quick little boop, and that's it. Okay, we are again going to do the whole volume at the root thing. And that's that. And now for the top layer, I'm gonna let this down. I still alternate this, but the last 2 pieces I do away from my face. I think that's what I normally do. We'll find out. We'll see what feels natural. So again, starting like 1.5 inches, 2 inches from the root, full rotation, pulling slowly, a little bit left, let out. This one we're going to do towards the face. So 1.5 inches away, full rotation, hold the hair so it stays within the clamps. And there we go. I could use more curl in that. There we go. Okay, so now I have this, which is about 2 pieces. So I'm just gonna split it in half, and I am going to do both of these away from my face. I'm gonna start about maybe 1/3 of the way down the hair, And that's when I'm going to slowly then start and turn this, then get in the full rotation, pull for the bottom, and that's that. So I can show one more time on the last piece. Start about a third of the way down, clamp it, slowly start to rotate it, get in that full rotation, pull it the rest of the way, leaving that little bit out at the end, and there you go. You know what, I'm gonna add a little bit curl closer to the top, just like that. That's all you have to do. If you want to add a curl, just clamp it, twist it, pull like 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and then you're good. All right, so you can see the curls we have going on. I'm still not really like happy with this section right here, so I'm gonna do exactly what I just said. Yeah, there we go. So this is when I just like fluff my hair a little bit, kind of like pull it down into this ponytail, kind of get it like a little bit smoothed out, take out that extra hair. And this is the finished look. I think this needs, what is with this side of my head? Can you like cooperate, please? There we go. If you feel like you've left any pieces out like too much, where it's like too straight towards the bottom, just go in and do that trick where I showed. Just clamp it where you need the curl, pull, rotate and pull a tiny bit. Like right here, I feel like I have too many straight pieces, so I'm just gonna grab it and curl it. That's kind of what I do at the bottoms. Like sometimes if I feel like down here I have pieces that are too straight, like I'll just grab a little chunk and like add a curl to it. And it doesn't even matter like which way I originally curled it. I just clamp and curl. I'll even alternate it there because it's like I can't see anyway, so I don't really care. And that is it. If you want to add like hairspray or something right now, you can totally go for it. I don't have any hairspray with me. Actually, a product that I really love is from Sally's. I'll insert a picture of it right here. It's this ion volumizing texture. It feels like a very, very sticky, like texturizing spray. Like I kind of hate it, but I love it at the same time because it's like so sticky and it like adds so much volume to your hair, but I don't have it with me right now, but I totally recommend that product. Yeah, this is my hair. This is then also like when I just like tuck it behind my ear and I'm like, hi, I have cute curly hair. So yeah, this is what I normally do when you guys see my hair like this. This is your tutorial for it. Also, I guess like even this is the back. I don't even know what it looks like back there, but I trust myself. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's good enough. Look at this. You know what? I give up. If it wants to be straight, let it be straight. These are imperfect curls. I have to remember that. Sometimes I even need to remind myself, stop touching it. So stop touching it. Just let it go. It is what it is. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop touching it. This is the final result, and this is how I do my hair. So, but yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Videos are every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And everything that I used today will be linked in the description box down below as usual with prices next to it because I feel like it's helpful. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and go have a good one. Bye. And also when oh my god, it's in the air. Ugh. Like in my Urban Decay Brow Blade, review, like in my Urban Decay, wow, I'm getting real sweaty. Ooh, it's hot in here, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm sacrificing myself for good lighting. Why am I breathing so heavily? Oh my god. That's the wrong way. Oops. No, wait, which way is this? This is towards my face. That's not towards my face. What am I doing? There. Look at this. I can't stop touching it. Stop it. Like, what is that right there? I can't help myself. I have to touch it. Okay. Look at that straight piece. Look at that. Wow. Do I really trust myself? I don't know. What is wrong with me? Okay. Hold on. Okay, I need to stop. Stop touching it. Stop touching it. How hard is it? Just stop touching it. Okay. Wow, I have hair like all over my body. What the heck? Okay.